Hi everyone, I'm Kaylee, and today I'm going to be talking about a little bit about sports psychology. What is sports psychology, you may ask? Well, sports psychology is how psychologists address the knowledge and the skills of an athlete. They measure the performance and well-being of an athlete. They use sports psychology to measure the developmental and social aspects that all of the sports played worldwide. It is how an athlete or an individual has different factors that influence their participation and performance in the sport they are playing. For example, a student athlete having a busy schedule and how they respond to their busy lifestyle they have and how they will perform with everything else going on in the life. And I chose these two pictures in here, and it just shows that athletes have a lot going on and how they react towards everything that happens in their life. A little bit of that I discovered when I did my research is that there are 3 different skills and procedures a sports psychologist will look at during training. And like I said, sports psychology is they have all types of factors and things that influence an athlete's everyday life. And this one is the cognitive and behavioral skills training for performance enhancement, which helps with self-esteem and competence in sports. And what is competence is the meaning or the ability to do something successfully or efficiently. And this helps also with emotion management, sportsmanship, and leadership skills, which sportsmanship is basically how you react with your opponent. You play a fair game. You don't disrespect anybody on your team or anyone else that you're playing. The next skill and procedure that I found out was a counseling and clinical intervention, which helps with weight management, abuse, grief, depression. Some athletes will overtrain and get burned out real easily, and if an athlete has been injured and their rehab, they have to work on. And so a little bit about that one is, is that it helps athletes stay motivated and get motivated. It helps an athlete maintain a healthy weight for their bodies. For example, not eating enough protein or not eating enough nutrients for your body that your body needs will also make your energy level go down. And also, if you eat too much, it could also make it harder to compete in your sport. This also helps with grief. Everyone has a different way of grieving, and a lot of people, like I said, have very many different ways of them grieving. They could laugh, they could cry, they want to punch something. This also helps an athlete or anyone really just get through that grieving process of losing a loved one or losing their family pet. Also with the overtraining and burnout, a lot of athletes will overtrain, which means putting too much pressure on your body and not enough time for your body to recover from that. It also helps athletes who have become injured and they need to get back to where they want to be before they got injured. This helps them get back to competition in any of sport they play. And this also helps, not only is it stress on your body for rehab, but it also helps these psychologists help with your mind, because just because you are right, your body is right to be able to play, your mind also has to be ready to play. The next skill and procedure I had is consultation and training, which means they work with team building and sports organization and talent development and prevention of psychological difficulties, which means that you could have a lot of athletes would probably have depression or anxiety or aggression towards others, confusion, mood changes, erratic behavior. Some of these behaviors are not preventable, but they're manageable. And this helps get the athlete back in better health and help them perform efficiently. And also what I found out for the jobs in this profession is a sports psychologist, and there was multiple different areas you can specialize in, which are applied sports psychology, clinical sports psychology, and academic sports psychology. So they all three have a little bit of different varieties that they access or that they give. A clinical sports psychologist helps clients with mental health issues like eating disorders, so weight management. And an academic sports psychologist is where they go and teach at universities and colleges and help athletes through their process of their 4-year process. And then applied sports psychology is where they teach you how to enhance athletic performance. Excuse me. The range of usually your range of your clients you see is young children to teens to elderly. The salary for any of these positions range from $44,000 to $129,000. It could change. For example, the university positions could range from $60,000 to $80,000. Excuse me. But some psychologists earn 6 figures with working with professional athletes. You just never know. Now, when you want to be able to do this type of job, you have to, your educational requirements, you have to have a master's or doctorate degree, direct training, which direct training is hands-on with your client. You know, you have to be able to have some experience. And then the last thing is that you need experience in sports and exercise. So be able to have a background of an athlete. You know, usually in college or high school, you are an athlete, so you know a little bit about what you have to do. Also, if depending on which one you have to have, a lot of them you have to have a certification, which means you have to, this is where you to pursue a counseling part in this field, you have to have a certification of a doctorate degree, and you have to have a license to practice in whichever state you were in. And that's all I have for today. Thank you.